Hi, I'm Wala, and welcome to Sinar Daily's Life and Style podcast. We are going to talk about the opportunities in the fashion industry. I want to get to know from the POV or point of view from a young fashion designer. And here I have with me Muhammad Danish Rizal. And hi, Danish, thank you so much for coming here. How are you?
Good. How are you? Hi.
I'm great. Thank you for participating with us today.
No worries.
So I have, of course, a lot of questions to do that have to do with your career, how you got to where you are now, and any comments about the current fashion industry, and more following questions to that.
Sure. Why not? Yes.
Okay.
Let's
The
start.
first question is like the most basic question. Can
Okay.
you tell a bit about yourself and the work that you do?
Okay. So my name is Danish Rizal, and I'm a fashion design student studying in RMIT University, Melbourne. But I'm also doing a freelance business in Malaysia, both Malaysia and Australia. So yes, I'm a fashion designer in both countries. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, cool. And you're also 23 years old, right?
Correct. I'm 23 years old.
Yeah. How did like you become more recognized actually
I would say
from studying? Where did you pursue your diploma again?
I did pursue my diploma in Management and Science University, MSU,
MSU,
Shalam,
yeah.
very nearby. So from diploma, I started to pursue my study in Bachelor of Fashion Design at RMIT University, Melbourne. So from there, I tried to learn more about fashion design specifically. And yeah, all of my works, I would say it depends on the thing that I've learned. So it reflects back on what I've gained from classes, which I portray on my creation. So yeah, that's how I did it.
I also read that you're a top student.
Ooh, to self-claim that it's a bit hard, but yeah, apparently I'm doing very well. Back then in diploma years, I'm currently, getting things done for bachelor. So I still have 1 year left for my studies in Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how did you get recognized during your diploma years or?
Maybe because of the hard work that I put on for any of my assignments and projects. I would say those are the things that make you stand out when you do it very best. People kind of like see you from there. So I would say my creation put me out there. So yeah.
Okay. So maybe we would ask you about what specifically inspired you to go into this path.
Specifically inspires me to do fashion design. I would say it's the drive, and it's the thought of making someone's feels good and make someone's feels pretty. So that's the reasons why I feel so inspired to do fashion, and how I really want everyone to wear something nice so that they are able to be confident and also put themselves out there. So it's really important to celebrate that. So that's what inspires me up till today.
How do you have like a foothold in the fashion industry that you make sure would be impactful in the long term?
Meaning like a stepping foot into the industry, create an impact. It's a bit hard. Yes, it is. It is very hard to step in the industry, fashion industry, especially with a lot of competitors being exist out there, and also an emerging designers. It's hard to be known out there, competing with all these well-established designers. But from what I can say is that to be very impactful is you need to have your own uniqueness and identity. So from there, I try to find my own uniqueness by not copying others, not trying to like replicate whatever they have already in the fashion industry. So it is important to come up with your own identity, your own brand identity and personality to make you be seen out there. Yeah.
So do you have like any idols?
There's a lot of them, but in Malaysia, Dato Sri Bernard Chandran will be the one who inspires me. So that's my idol. And also Dato Rizalman Ibrahim.
Yeah, of course.
He's a very pioneer designer here in Malaysia. If we talk about international, it will be Karl Lagerfeld, the fashion
The
designer
late Karl.
the late Karl Lagerfeld, Chanel fashion designer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Fendi. the
Are
brand.
planning to have a cat like Carl as well,
Ooh,
and let
I-
him inherit your generational wealth later.
I do have a cat. A few of them. Yeah, maybe kinda
Wow.
relate to it. Carl.
Make them into like a celebrity.
Yeah, maybe one day. I mean,
But-
look at the Met Gala. Have you seen the Met Gala picture where they have like
Yeah.
Jared Leto came?
Jared Leto.
Came to Met Gala wearing
Attributing to the
full
cat.
set. Yeah, attributing to the cats.
I just knew about that too after
It's
having
very-
to write
It's
about.
very cute, and it's very nice. People appreciating Carl,
Yeah.
not just Carl, but his cats too. That's crazy.
Yeah. Can you talk about any recent projects that you have been working on?
So a recent project that I've been involved with, fortunate enough, I get to work with Petronas Motorsports for the MotoGP event. So it was amazing. Yeah, I get the chance to create 3 different designs for 3 different categories. First is grid girls, second is brand ambassadors, and also the last one will be hostesses. So all these 3 designs were made in 1 month planning. 2 weeks time of structuring, and also 3 days execution. And not just that, happened to be I managed to be working with Honda Motorcycle Malaysia to be
Wow.
creating 2 different designs for their brand ambassador for the same event, which is MotoGP 2024.
That's amazing. You've gone on the national level now.
It's a
An
very
honor,
high. Yes,
yeah.
it is in honor, in all honor. Yeah.
Were you like called by them in the first place?
I was approached. I was
Of
approached
course.
by a few friends asking, "Will you be able to showcase some designs?" At that time, I just simply designed it. I don't think like I'm going to get it because when I do my research, I happen to be the past few years who's done it, the attires. All these well-established and prominent designers of Malaysia.
Mhm.
So we talk about the first one, Rizal Ibrahim, who done it.
Wow.
Bill Keith, a fashion designer too, who has done it. Norita Harith, and then Rizman Ruzaini. And last year, they had Fizzy Wu created the Grid Girls outfit. Me, out of nowhere, someone approached me to asking, create few different looks and just simply submit to see if it's got selected or not, and happened to be I got selected. So yeah. And that time I was studying, and I was getting my assignments done, and I got the news, and I was like, oof, I take a hold.
Too many things
too
on
many
your plate.
things, yeah.
I see. So how do you has it been tiring?
Oof. When we say about creating, because it's not just 1 or 2 pieces of garment we are talking here, but we are talking about like 44 pieces
Oh my
of,
god.
of garments, of attires. So it is very tiring. And
So you're
but,
the one who has to design everything from scratch.
I did the designing and also a few tailorings, but I do have my production team behind it, and also a
production
few
team, yeah.
assistants. Even my family
I
helped
thought
out.
you're the one who has to like the sew the
I think some parts yes I did. So the attires,
wow.
but most of the part, my production team,
Very
I get it done. Yeah,
talented.
it is very tiring because again, I'm still a student, a fashion design student, so I don't have like a big team or like a well-established company. So I did all with the help of a few supports from friends and families. So my family is my mom especially. She helped me a lot. So she helped me throughout the process from the beginning of.
she's with you today.
She's with me today, so she helped me like literally a lot. Like even on the day itself, she became the dresser. She
has come to the point
get
where
ready, yeah.
you don't have to imagine that if your mom is not here, because she's always with you.
Yes.
So
yes. I
it's
couldn't
like
imagine.
a major part of your life.
Yes, I could imagine because it's hard for me to trust people. But I trust my
Aw.
mom more. So yeah, she done a very well job. Yeah, a very
Something about
great
fashion designers though, they always have this like tough look from outsiders. Like they're scared to approach them
I would say
because of all the crazy ideas in their head
correct. Yeah.
to be translated into like
Yes.
beautiful designs.
It is true. That statement is true. Yeah, I cannot envy you on that part.
I met Bon just
Bon
the other
Zainal?
day. Yeah,
yeah,
Bon
yes,
Zainal.
he's a very good man too. Yeah, his design is
He
Just
looked intimidating
Oh, really?
for me.
I mean, he
Yeah.
looks very, like a very good gentleman. Yeah. He is a very good gentleman.
He was trying to like highlight about local products.
That's
to
true.
use
That's
more
true.
local products.
I believe he's involved in Malaysia Bumiputra
Yes.
Designer Association.
Mhm.
So that's why he's focusing on things that are cultural
I see.
and
Wow.
yeah,
You're very
true.
informed as well
Oh,
about
yes.
your industry.
Yes, correct. My lecturers are my mentors, so I learn a lot from them. They taught me very well. They taught all of
Your
us very well
lectures, yeah.
on that sense. So they are the one who teach us and bring us into the industry, and they keep on mentioning of how hard it is for fashion design students, unlike other students. I'm not quite sure, but these are what been told to me, saying that fashion design students need to be very independent, because coming out they need to survive by themselves, because you still can work under someone, you can still work with people, but again, to find your own identity and personality, you need to be out there, and you need to be independent, strongly be independent. So yeah.
That suggests like fashion designers need to have a certain character to them.
Correct. It is. They need a certain characters in order for them to be known, in order for their designs to be known. Those characters are important. Again, coming back to brand personality and identity, it's something that very crucial.
So a few things that we can highlight is personal branding, character, and identity.
Correct.
Right,
Those
for
three key
fashion
points.
designers,
Yes.
yeah.
Life is all about learning. So when it comes to getting new input in life, you just have to go with the flow. I mean, we need to project something in our life. Yes, that's correct. But sometimes at the end of the day, you just have to go through it in order for you to learn and to gain some few points in life, so that you're able to, when an obstacle comes, you get to go with ease. So yeah.
So it has to do a lot with learning.
Correct. Learning. For me, I put in myself, every day is a learning process. So
Wow.
yes, it's very important.
So when you were the top student, like, were you congratulated a lot by your other peers, or were they jealous of you most of the time?
Hard question. They are very supportive. I like them so
Wow.
much. They are very, very supportive. We support each other, friends. We because our industry is very small. So when we go anywhere, we get to see the same people. So
It's just
they
like
are
architecture.
correct. Same.
Yeah.
I think same goes to every industry that are playing with this creative side. So
Yeah.
they get to meet with each other. So it is important. Really.
How is it different between Malaysia and in Melbourne when it comes to the pursuit of what you're doing now?
I would say what we have in Malaysia is quite similar to what they have in Australia, in Melbourne specifically. Melbourne, they celebrating the diversity of everyone, so it's really good. They are supporting each other. Same goes to Malaysia. I can see that it's changing. They celebrate every designs, and how it is very good for everyone to feel very welcome. That's what they did in Australia too. So the uniqueness between both of us, I think Malaysia has our own identity, our own national identity, which when we say about national things, we have batik and also songket. So these are the identity that we need to keep, because it's a cultural pieces. So that's what makes us unique. Same goes to Australia. Happen to be, I just learned that they also have their own batik prints. So it was created by an Aboriginal artist. So I bought a few fabrics to create into like a shirt to wear on a daily basis,
Wow.
because it's very nice. It's very similar to Malaysian batik, but it has their own identity. So it's good to see that.
Okay, in terms of like you mentioned your products, right? You have regular clients.
I do.
They aim your products like with you set like high price, or how do you set your pricing for your products?
Pricing depends on the materials and based on their request, depends on the designing method itself. Some clients would want something very different, some clients would want something very simple. It depends on the material, it depends on the client's request. But me myself, coming out with a brand identity, we need to find like a sweet spot between me and the client. So yeah.
So, can you name a few clients or no?
Ooh,
Are there like any celebrities?
I only did a few celebrities for like a music video. I did one for Sarah Suhairi.
Wow, that's big.
That's
a big deal.
She's a very good singer. I like her voice. She once wore my design for her music video called Burn. That was during after COVID, after those MCOs and things.
Was it?
And then recently I get to create 2 looks for her performance for the TikTok Awards 2024 for her song called Sah. So yeah, it's a very good song. Yeah.
We talked about your peers being very supportive. So, but of course you've received a few negative. But does it come from your university peers or?
Not at all. Yeah, it always comes. It doesn't come from like a. Okay, how do I say this? Criticism is a thing that you could take and learn from that. Cause
especially for fashion designers.
Correct. Yeah,
right?
I treat them as a feedback. So for me to improve in the future. But I did got criticized for the dress that I've created for Sarah Suhairi.
Maybe because she's famous.
She's famous, and for that music video, she was dancing in it. That outfit kind of like an art piece, like a wearable art. So it's a bit hard to dance in, but she managed to do it, which is amazing.
Wow. I need to watch the music video.
Yeah, but the looks of it, of the outfit itself, yes, it is very artsy. So to see it in the dance performance is it's a bit different to a few eyes, but. Sarah really.
What were the specific comments that you can recall that hurt the most?
It doesn't hurt me that much, but
really?
I find it very funny. It become a headline.
Good way to handle it.
It become a main headline for.
Really?
Yeah, from a different what do you call that? Like a social media portal. So yeah, become a headline where it says baju serupa karung bawang. So yes, I was like
the audacity.
yeah, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, the more I look at it, yes, it's kind of.
Was it like from a fashion commentator or
no? It's from a netizen who comments
netizen.
So the
they
article,
highlighted the netizens' comment.
Yeah, yes, correct. So it's good. Everyone's voice is being heard. So from that,
at least you know now.
From there, I look at it at the headline. I was like, this is cute. This is funny. I want to make this as something young, put it out there so that people like, it's it could start a conversation,
So talking about competition, that was like a physical competition, but like, how about the abstract competition that's always going on between fashion designers, especially as a young designer? So do you feel that pressure, and how do you handle that? And like, have you faced losses before that makes you feel defeated and want to discontinue what you are doing? How do you come back from that?
I would say the competition in of the fashion industry in Malaysia specifically, I would say is very healthy. No one competes to be rival upon each other. No, that's good. The Malaysians in the fashion industry really celebrates each other. So when we talk about competitions, it's very healthy, which is I like it. Yeah.
So is there any like future design that you have in mind involving anything?
Yeah. I do have a lot of.
Is it using recycled materials again?
Or? It could be using recycled material that could help the environment. Sustainability is very important here. So, but again, recycled materials, the technology nowadays is very, very, very good. Whereby I think a few cloth has been made using recycled material. I used to be interning at a local fashion house, which is Hatta Dolmat. So he's pioneering in sustainability. Good on him. I get to learn during my intern days there. A few cloth that he used is from recycled bottles from the sea. Yeah.
seeing that you said that the competition is healthy and all, that's a good thing, a very good thing to hear
Yes.
from the fashion industry, which means that it's flourishing.
Mm-mm.
But is there like anything you wish to improve about it?
I would say I'm looking at the fashion industry now in Malaysia. They are they're doing very good in terms of celebrating each other's. That's one thing. Second of all, a collaboration. I see well-established designers now trying to help emerging designers to be seen, to be exposed into the industry even more. So I believe in terms of improvement, there's not much to do. Perhaps maybe we could focus on sustainability and the work ethic of creative people. So these are the things that could be improved because there's a lot of stigma saying that fashion is a cheap labor and all that. But again,
It's first time I heard that.
yeah, I think I've heard it. It's not a Malaysian issue, but it's a global issue. So we could improve on that sense. Maybe perhaps one day, pay the people with the right amount of. I did fun fact. I did a pieces with a very bold statement on the shirt. Pay people with real money and not exposure. So that's one thing that I want to focus on.
Not pay people with exposure.
Correct.
What does that mean specifically?
That means like not just bringing the designers out there, but also to pay them with real money.
Oh, right.
So yes, that's very important because at the end of the day, we're trying to live in this world. So it's important to focus on that part. Yeah.
You said that you handle criticism pretty well. So what advice do you have to other people who are just starting like you as well?
I would say stay true to yourself. Like, don't ever compare yourself to others because each people have their own personalities and background. So you need to know where you are standing. So I would say, yes, try to find your identity and the uniqueness of yours in order for you to excel well in the fashion industry. Yes, that's what I'm focusing on. Yeah.
Last question is, do you see like any shifts in support for young fashion designers?
Okay, it's a very big difference. Obviously, I like how everyone right now being collaborated with, being invited to do a collaboration. So the well-established designers and fashion houses did amazing job on that part. Celebrating each other's is very important to help each other's. We Malaysians have that kind of sense.
Do you utilize like social media for that?
Oh yes, social media helps a lot in terms of that. The button when you get to collaborate on posting. So that's really important too, to help each other, not just physically but also digitally.
Okay, so you have any last words to fashion designers out there? Especially at your age.
I would say to my peers, all the best to everyone. Again, you don't have to be someone else. You just have to be you. And it's very important to bring yourself out there because why? Again, it's what you bring to the table. It's not what people need to give you. Okay? So I would say that's the only message that I would want the future designers and also the emerging designers to know about how important it is to be out there. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I wish I could clap more. Okay, but that's all for our session today. And I think that's all from us for now. So keep us on tab by following us on our socials in our daily for more podcasts like this. Thank you for watching.